Tough third quarter there.
Yeah.
Can you sort of walk us through what you think happened in that third quarter, Coach?
Well, we didn't really execute very well, obviously. We had the chance to make some plays and make some throws, and we just kept kind of hurting ourselves. A lot of stupid penalties, a lot of mental errors, to be quite honest. And good football teams don't win that. We're not a good football team right at the moment, but we'll get better from it, and we'll have to, let this one hurt for a while. But we've got another game next week. We win that one, we'll get better from it, and just keep moving on.
The quick kick on 3rd and 13. What was that?
That's never happened like that. We practice it all the time and kick it down into the corner. But I didn't even ask Jeremiah what the heck happened.
Is that your call to make that decision to go for it in that situation? Yeah.
Yeah, we were going to kick it inside their 20-yard line just like you've done in practice every time we've done it. We did it 4 or 5 times in practice, and I just never have seen that one before. That's what I'm saying. You have to execute what you're supposed to do. Kick it all the way down there. We got a chance to get it ourselves. Plus, if they get it, we tackle them.
They seem to have found something partway through the game on the run, particularly up the middle. What do you see?
Yeah, I was watching on the replay like you guys were. I know we had gap miss hits. So we had 2 guys in the same gap on the long one. And you can't do that. I mean, find a crease if you do.
How do you think Jeremiah Mazzoli played today?
He didn't play his best, obviously, and I didn't call my best, and none of the players played their best. So, it's just unfortunate. I wish he would have had a great game. I wish I had called a great game, and it didn't happen.
Will you consider making a change at this point?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Okay.
From where we sat, it looked like there was a bit of frustration on the bench.
Yeah,
that's
something that losers do.
Talk about Speedy with a helmet and
I'm talking about everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody always has a better idea. And you look at the film and see how these guys wide open, and I'll let them call the plays.
There was a couple of times where the running back didn't stay in to block and took off for a pattern. Was that the game plan, to get the running backs in a space?
I don't know which one you're referring to.
There was a play on Charleston Hughes when he hit Masoli that Mercer Timmons looked like he was staying in and then took off early.
I don't remember the one you're talking about. We normally the back has, we send him out quite a bit. I don't know the one you're referring to, whether he was supposed to or not. But if he was going out, there was a place that the ball should be thrown. If a guy comes, the quarterback has the extra guy.
That stuff on the sidelines that you talked about, what losers do, is that something you address tonight, or do you wait?
I already addressed it.
I'll
address it again.
What was the messaging to them?
That's what losers do.
Okay.
You want to be a loser? Then don't play together. All teams don't really ever get beat. They get beat from within, and that's how you get beat from within. And it showed up tonight as the game was going on.
I mean, you were still, even after the long run from Thigpen, you were up by 3.
Yeah, it was still a game. It's a one-score game still. If you take it down and put it in, do it. But you got to do that. You got to answer the bell when everything's against you. You got to do it, and that's how you become a championship team.
It's hard to figure from, again, where we sit. The second half, kind of all 3 phases, and not just technically, but just the flatness of it.
The air went out of it. That's for dang sure. I think they got to where you felt you couldn't stay with game plan. I probably should have called some more runs in there to keep it like we were going there at first. And once you get behind, you kind of say, we got to score, and then all of a sudden it becomes a pass game.
Is that, I mean, I can't imagine with your experience that's a learning experience, but is it given this lead?
No, it's. I mean, you kind of seen it 3 or 4 times since I've been up here that way. It kind of ends up that way, but they stayed pretty close with their game plan the whole time. They were doing what they did at the beginning and just kept executing it, and that's what we got to do.
Is that the first time you've seen the team sort of implode on the sidelines like that since you've been up here?
No, there was a couple times last year I saw.
So they've come back from this before?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Is it frustrating to watch your special teams, you know, return a kick for a touchdown and
Yeah.
then make a mistake where you
Yeah.
allow a kickback?
Yeah, it's just very frustrating. You know, as much of the time as we spend on special teams, you know, it's just frustrating. Yeah.
Great, thanks a lot, Coach.
All right.